As far as environment action, it's really time for the Council to take urgent action in respect of climate change and the other environmental issues we face. Not only are we suffering regular storm surges, we are really overdue for a major cyclonic event. And yet after a quarter of a century of councils lauding their green credentials, we have still not addressed the ongoing pollution and damage to our waterways by our sewage treatment works. I could spend an hour talking about the damage that has been swept under the rug in this area. We haven't developed a long-term response or funding to properly tackle the destruction of our beaches or plans for flood mitigation. We haven't developed a workable and effective coastal management plan, and we haven't developed a plan to reach zero emission status for council activities. In July, we started by releasing a number of policies, and the first policy that we released was our environmental policy plan. If you look out on the table, you will see that we have 4 detailed policies: mental health and kindness, transport and connectivity, and arts and cultural action plan. We've gone into some detail. None of the other groups have done that. We hear motherhood statements and flippant comments, but no detail about it. We really have put a lot of time to understand the problems and to come up with some ideas that we may have to rework as we get more information. And we are prepared to listen, and some of these ideas may or may not be workable, but they do appear in other areas to work, and we've done a lot of work looking at what has happened in other councils, not just in New South Wales, but throughout Australia. And we've tried to cherry pick good ideas. Some of our plans that are set out in the environmental policy include a net zero emissions target that exceed the Council's targeted annual reduction of 2.5% use of fossil-based fuel, using sustainable material to repair roads, footpath and other infrastructure. Newcastle Council's doing that. Reviewing the sewage treatment outflows into Belongil Estuary, and instigating a public transport plan focusing on bringing in electric minibuses to service our area. You can pick up a copy of our environmental policy on the way out. Let's face it, that everybody in this room really is pro-environment. You don't have to wear a badge saying I'm green. I think that most of us are here wanting environmental solutions.